Last part of this chapter is how my skin is a thermoregulatory organ, or how my skin helps in controlling the temperature. You know, the body temperature has a set point. If we talk about human, that is 37. If it decreases, what would happen? If it increases, what would happen? There are certain mechanisms which occur in the body. Number one thing, what happens if the temperature increases? Let's talk about this one factor. Means it's going above 37. Outside was warm. Your body receives the message, right? And also put this condition, or let's discuss this condition with the reference of negative feedback as well. Now, the temperature change was a stimulus, right? Let's talk about the temperature rises, means the high increased temperature was the stimulus. Who received the message? There are two steps of receiving the message. Number one, who is closer to the environment? My skin. My skin contains thermoreceptors, the sensory neurons, which or the receptors which is present in the skin. Who deals with the temperature? So these are known as thermoreceptors. We have seen in the diagram as well. So those thermoreceptors will detect the temperature change. They will receive the message and send the message by the electrical impulses to the brain part that is known as hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is a part of the brain which is present on the base of the brain, and it deals with monitoring of your body conditions. Means it is the area where the it is the area where the homeostasis occurs. It deals with the homeostasis in the simple way. If we talk about hypothalamus, it deals with the homeostasis. Its main function is to keep your body, keep your internal environment, maintain the constant internal environment, your blood pressure, your blood pH, your temperature, and the certain other factors. Okay, so once the one message has been received by the thermoreceptors, and it will give the message to the brain. So there are two steps of the detection of the stimuli. Now, what would happen when the hypothalamus has received the message? In the hypothalamus, there are two portions. One is there are portion in the hypothalamus which will now process the heat situation as the temperature has increased, or temperature has raised up. What will happen now? How is it is going to correct um, this temperature back to its normal, stable set point? Now, four things will happen. Number one, it will my skin. This would be number. I'm taking this as a number one. This is the most priority point here. If you are writing down the answer, this is a more priority one. Or if the question is asked from the reference of blood vessels, then you will write this point, right? If the question comes with the reference of the blood vessels, that how the blood vessels helps in reducing the temperature. If the temperature has raised up, then you have to tell about what happened will the what will happen to the arterioles. And if they are asking in an overall phenomena, then you will write down these 4 points. Okay, so I'm taking this as a first point. Vasodilation means I need to remove the heat. The temperature has rise in my body. I need to remove the heat. How would I remove the heat? The arteries will dilate, right? More blood will be supplied towards the skin, so more heat can be lost through the skin, and this condition is known as vasodilation. Next part, um, when more heat will be lost, the second thing which will occur, that is sweating. So when vasodilation will occur, there will be sweating. In this in when your body need to lose more heat, there will be more sweating. Okay, as the sweat is removed, more latent heat is removed. So these 2 points you will write down if they are asking in terms of blood vessel, or they are asking in terms of what happens to the temperatures being raised. Okay, what other factors which helps to uh, correct this condition? Your metabolic rate will decrease as well, as more metabolism will occur, more energy is produced, more respiration will occur, more energy is produced, means it will release more heat. I need to slow down my cell processes, so less heat is released, as I am trying to get rid of the excess heat. And my hair erector muscle will relax, which will allow the hair to lie flat, and those pores will be more open and the air will be more ventilated and remove the heat by convention. Okay, so these are the 4 steps. Number 1, vasodilation. Number 2, sweating. Number 3, decrease metabolic rate and the relaxation of the hair erector muscles, which will cause the hair to lie flat. These 4 things occur if the temperature rises. Okay, what if the temperature falls or the temperature drops? How my body is going to recover that? Okay, as we will go vice versa. If there was a vasodilation in the temperature rise, there will be vasoconstriction in the temperature fall. Arterioles will constrict, less blood will be flown towards the skin to reduce the heat loss. Okay, if you were sweating a lot when the temperature was rising, now in this condition, that the sweating will be less. Less sweat is produced, sweat glands will be less active. And there's a condition in my in this particular there is a phenomena which occurs in this particular condition known as shivering. What happens in the shivering? Due to the contraction of the skeletal muscles, your skeletal muscles start to contract, right? And due to that contraction relaxation, rapidly, it will generate the heat because your muscles are working. When your muscles are working, means they are producing energy and a lot of heat. This will also warm up your body. This condition is known as shivering. And your metabolic rate will also increase, resulting in more heat being produced. All right, so what are the main corrective mechanism if the temperature decreases? Let's go by the negative feedback mechanism. Number 1, the stimulus was my skin, the thermoreceptors. They will receive the message that the temperature, the outside temperature, they will receive the message that the temperature has dropped. They will send the message to the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus will now open its heat gain center. The hypothalamus has 2 centers: heat gain center and heat loss center. Heat loss center will activate at the time when it needs to lose the heat, and heat gain center will be open when you need to keep the heat in your body. Okay, so heat gain center will be activated. That now the hypothalamus will send the message back to your skin that how it needs to correct this mechanism. So number 1, the arterioles present in your skin will vasoconstrict, which will which will allow the skin to lose the heat less. Then there will be less sweating, of course. So because also sweating also loses the heat, so there will be less sweat, less heat is lost. Your body will shiver in the production of the heat, and your metabolic rate will also increase. Plus there will be one more thing. What will happen to the hair erector muscle? In case of the increased temperature, they were relaxed, and the hair were laying flat on your skin. However, here in the contraction, hair erector muscles will contract, and this will make the hair to stand up so you can trap the heat. This is known as goosebumps. So you have had this uh, sensation during the winters that there's a chill which run across your body, and then your body starts to shiver just for a few seconds, and eventually you feel the heat which is warming up your body, and you also have the goosebumps as well. So this what happens when your body temperature drops, and eventually By these certain steps, your body temperature goes back to the 37 degrees centigrade. This is how it maintains the temperature. The skin temperature maintains the temperature. This is a small s- flow chart. Like if the body temperature, this is a normal body temperature. If it is increased, what would happen? Thermoreceptors in the hypothalamus and skin detect it. And what is the corrective mechanism? Increased sweating, vasodilation, hair lie flat against the skin. Eventually, your body temperature will decrease and back to the normal temperature, right? And what if the body temperature decreases from the normal temperature? Again, the thermoreceptors in the hypothalamus and the skin will detect it. And what are the corrective mechanism? Vasoconstriction, shivering, skin hair erects, and it will increase the body temperature. Eventually, your body temperature will go back to the 37 till your body temperature will come to the set point. So this is how the thermoregulation occurs in the skin. Thank you so much.